more about the specific types of things that contain these things, I should mention that soluble fiber might actually have a contribution towards energy in the gym, you know? Hello, it is me again, the Kingofhashes, to you to talk about soluble fiber, insoluble fiber, and clearing out the colon. Soluble fiber and insoluble fiber are something that's not really that understood by people in general. For instance, soluble fiber is broken down by the body more than insoluble fiber, but it's broken down in a way that's unexpected. What I mean by that is that soluble fiber is not digested by the stomach and in the duodenum, which is the secondary place before the intestines that usually processes food with different types of acids from within the body. Instead, both types of fiber go directly into the small and large intestine and colon, and the effect is that they help clean out what's left in the digestive tract because the body did not break it down into something that can be slurped up. Instead, it is broken down into something that either becomes sponge-like or remains roughage, which sponge-like would be soluble fiber and roughage would be insoluble fiber. In addition to that, soluble fiber is the type that gets broken down to a degree into fatty acids within your intestine, and it soaks up liquid in such a way that it helps nourish actually cells versus insoluble fiber, which literally scrapes up whatever is caught along the way, which in my opinion is better for the colon health. Personally, when I eat, I opt for insoluble fiber almost all the time. Yet soluble fiber is good for getting a different version of energy, and it provides it directly to the microbiome within your body that is also serving you in terms of digesting your own food. And what you may or may not know is that this microbiome is adjustable, and tends to be different depending on what types of foods you eat, because the foods you eat directly contribute to what type of microbiome you have, which also can contribute to your happiness, serotonin, and mental. I'll probably talk about that more later when I get back into making my kombucha. Alright, and before I get into more about the specific types of things that contain these things, I should mention that soluble fiber might actually have a contribution towards energy in the gym, you know, so you can get them gains. 3 types of insoluble fiber are broccoli, spinach, and kale. Basically anything with cellulose is good for that. I personally remain very healthy when I have a good amount of green roughage in my diet. 3 types of soluble fibers are beans, oatmeal, and fruit skins, which I also recommend that you look into the types of fruit skins that are actually edible that you might not know are, such as orange peels. I'm working on an oil at the moment, and I will be testing in real time the effects that this essential oil has on me. If you happen to be one of those people that either doesn't have a lot of time to prepare fresh foods, or someone who finds themselves in positions where they're not around readily available and fresh fruits and vegetables, which unfortunately is something that still happens in our everyday life in our first world country. I also have things such as chewables, capsules, and powders for both fruits and vegetables. Some of them are mixed and some of them are separate within my description. It's a good price range, so make sure you check it out, especially if you don't think it's something that you would normally be able to afford. It actually probably is. And if you just happen to be someone who wants to grow their own things, I happen to also have plant towers, which are no dirt required, automatic, energy efficient, and you'd be surprised that we do have financing on that as well, if you can't afford it outright. You can literally set up your own system where you are living sustainably at your apartment, at your home, or setting up an entire greenhouse full. That's up to you. So with that said, I hope that I enlightened you a bit about soluble and insoluble fibers. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you follow so that you can stay in flow with what's going on. Peace.